Hey guys, Jordan here. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the 1 minute rule for real estate photography. So let's get into it. All right, so on this channel, I talk all about real estate photography. So if that is a topic that you're interested in, then consider subscribing. But in regards to the 1 minute rule for real estate photography, well, this is something that I just made up, but I think it's a good idea. I've seen some other standards around real estate photography. In my opinion, set that goal to spend no more than 1 minute per shot, shooting real estate photography. Obviously, there are some variables how you're shooting, right? If you're shooting flambient, it's gonna definitely take longer. So maybe the 1 minute rule is gonna be the 5 minute rule for you, depending on how much time you plan on staying at that particular appointment. But in my opinion, if you can get your shots to 1 minute, where you mastered composition, you know exactly what you're looking for, you know what tripod height, you're not having to adjust all your variables in your camera settings. What are you adjusting all the time? I think if you could think through efficiently, what are those things that you're doing all the time, and how can you implement them or remove those variables to where your camera is doing the thinking for you. I think that's really important for real estate photography, and to be able to do more, right? Because the more shoots you're able to do in a given day, the more revenue and the more money you're ultimately gonna make. So sticking to the 1 minute rule, I think that's probably my average, actually probably a lot less than that, moving from one shot to the next and being able to move efficiently through a property. So you might be brand new to real estate photography and you might be spending 5 minutes per shot. But I think if you have a goal of, I want to get it down to 1, or say in a few months, what can you do? What changes can you do to make some adjustments with your gear that you're using, with your process that you're going through as you're moving from shoot to shoot? How are you moving through the property? Are you jumping around all over the place in a room? I like to go in a counterclockwise or clockwise motion so I don't miss any rooms and I can just strategically go through the property. Unless the customer wants a specific order, then I'll typically have a cheat sheet or a list of, all right, they want this. All right, I'm gonna shoot that way, and then that's gonna save time during the editing process of having to reorganize photos. So this rule that I just made up, the 1 minute rule, I think it's all about just dissecting how you're shooting, how you're editing. I guess you can apply it to editing as well. It doesn't necessarily have to be 1 minute. Maybe it's 5 minutes on the editing side of things for you. But think about those variables that you're having to manage, as you're moving, and what can you do to speed that up? What is the bottleneck? Are you spending so much time trying to get perfectly level shots? Well, the transform tool in Lightroom can really make some subtle adjustments, so you don't have to spend 1 minute making sure that your camera is perfectly straight, right? That's just one example of many variables that you're having to manage when you're moving throughout a property. But I think it's really important to break down how you're doing things and then think about ways to do it more efficiently. Do I have to, think about it. I'm shooting this way. Do I need to shoot this way? And what's the impact on the end product that I want to deliver to my customers? Is there a way to do it faster, more efficient, and in 1 minute or less when you're shooting? So anyways, that's it for this video. If you got value, hit the like button, and we'll see you guys on the next one.